Braun has recently released this new facial hair remover in India, so I've been using it for more than a fortnight now, and I am ready to tell you all about it. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, so if you enjoy any of these topics, then consider hitting the red subscribe button below this video and subscribing to my channel so that you never miss a new video, because I usually publish something new at least once a week, sometimes even more often. I like testing personal care devices, personal care electronics, and I have a bunch of those review videos here on this channel. As women, a lot of us tend to buy these devices. I personally am a big proponent for taking care of and removing your body hair at home itself, if you want to, of course. I just don't like going to a parlor really often for that purpose, and we are still in the middle of a pandemic, so I think it's way safer to go out, go to salons a little bit less and take care of things like this really easily at home. So I have reviewed a few devices like this in the past that might be relevant to you if you're searching for a new facial hair remover. I have reviewed the Braun Face Epilator. I'm gonna link it over there. The Epilator is pretty different from this, which is actually a trimmer, and I will explain to you guys what the difference between the two is. And I've also reviewed a Philips facial trimmer. I believe it was last year. I'm going to leave a link to that also in the upper right corner over there, so you can watch those two if you would like. And this particular video is also going to be split up into sections, so I'm going to talk about trimmer versus epilator and that whole debate between which one is more effective and how they work. Then I'm going to unbox this device, then I'm going to show you a little demo of me using it to remove my facial hair. It's very simple, but you can kind of just see the flow of how it works. I will also show you how to clean this device, and then towards the end of the video, of course, I'll talk about like my experience and my opinions, what I think of it, and I'll let you guys know whether I recommend it or not. Before I really start talking about the features of this particular device, I'm going to take a minute to talk about epilating your face versus shaving your face. These are two pretty different ways that you can remove your facial hair, and there is also creams that you can use, but I'm not really going to talk about that right now. So I know a lot of people who will say that they only epilate their hair, and then I know people who are really comfortable with shaving. As someone who has tried epilating for a while, I'll tell you guys that since a few years now, I have personally been shaving. Now, shaving can be using a razor also, and then this Braun trimmer and the Philips trimmer, when they say trimmer, it's kind of like shaving only. It's just kind of a fancier device, because when you shave, you're holding the blade like directly on your skin, and there is a little more chance of you damaging your skin even if you've done it very often. Facial skin is really soft, so you can give yourself like a cut. Sometimes it could be visible, sometimes it could be really small. So then these trimmers kind of work like shaving, but they also protect your skin and they are very gentle on your skin. Epilating is more harsh, but it's also more long lasting. It is really similar to tweezing your hair, and it's really similar to waxing, because epilating pulls out the hair from the roots. So any kind of epilator usually just works as a tweezer, and it's just like pulling your hair out. So needless to say, epilating is the more painful of the two. Usually when you first try it, it will be very painful, and then if you do it really often, you'll kind of get used to the pain. One reason that I personally stopped epilating is because I have a really sensitive skin, and I have eczema also, which is like a condition wherein I have to be a lot more gentle with my skin. The chance of getting a reaction from epilating or from waxing was pretty high for me, because sometimes it would not happen and sometimes it would just happen, and my skin would be very irritated after epilating, because it is a little harsh method. So that's why I stopped doing it and I moved towards shavers. In India especially, I know a lot of people who say that you should only pull out your hair from your roots, and if you shave then it will grow in thicker. This is a very well known, like very common myth because that's what it is. It is a myth, and shaving your face will not make your hair grow thicker, darker, or anything like that. It won't change the texture or the type of your hair growth. The only thing is that, like, you know, when you shave it, it cuts your hair at a sort of a sharp angle. So then when the hair grows again, it feels thicker, but it's not thicker. It's really not going to do anything different. Everyone should do what works for them. So if you're able to withstand the pain and would like longer lasting results, you should look into epilating. You know, if you have more sensitive skin, if you would prefer not to have the pain from having like your hair tugged out directly, and if you don't mind removing your hair a little bit more often, then you could look into trimmers and shavers. Let's talk about this facial hair remover or trimmer, whatever you want to call it. They call it a hair remover, but it is a trimmer. This is really newly launched in India. It released earlier in March only. It's available online. I purchased it online. Maximum retail price is 2000 rupees currently, but I got this really sweet launch discount which is still going on, and I saved 25%, so I had to spend 1500 on it, which I think is really nice. If you are somewhere else in the world, then the cost may differ, but I'm gonna leave a link below, so you know, you can check on it because prices do change also. Let us do a little quick unboxing and I'll show you everything that comes inside the box. So if you buy one of these devices, this is what the packaging basically looks like. It says Braun Mini Hair Remover on the front. Hello face, goodbye hair. It's quick and gentle. And then the side also outlines some of the features, that it's made for women, has a smart light, discreet size, and that it uses a AA battery, which is initially included. So you get everything that you need to use this like within the box itself, and it is also designed in Germany. The back also shows where you can use it: upper lips, chin and cheeky cheeks. So initially when I got it, it did have a sticker seal here which I had to cut, and after that you just open this, slide the whole thing out like so. So this is what it looks like inside the box. You have the facial hair remover here, which we will just place aside for a second. When you lift this flap, you have the instruction manual also inside the box. I just glanced through this instruction manual and this tool is actually really simple, so you probably won't need to refer to this really. I almost missed this the first time, but there's also something here at the bottom of the box. So that is a little cleaning brush to keep your device clean, and I will show you guys how to use this also. Here's the device itself. It's kind of like just white and chrome or silver color, and it's got a nice pleasing weight to it. The weight also comes from the battery inside. This is the cap. You lift it to open it. And then there are very few functions on this really. When it's at 0 position here, that means it's off. You can switch it to this 1 position, that's to turn it on. And then if you switch it to this arrow, that is to open the device, and you only need to open this when your battery finishes and it's time to change the battery. I will just show you guys how. Like this, it comes off, and then when your battery is over, you just quickly replace it. There is no information in this instruction manual on how long the battery should last. I have just used this a few times, and obviously the battery is going strong, so I don't think you will need to replace it often, but you should always have 1 or 2 spare batteries with you, and I always do because I have many battery powered devices at home. This is how you turn it on. So when you turn it on, you can hear the device making a noise. And this is the smart light. It's this nice little LED light. It's actually quite bright, and this will help you see the hair on your face, particularly if you're using this in like a bathroom, a dimly lit room and all of that. And this is the head itself. I'll just turn it off now. This is the main head of the hair remover, and it's in a circular shape. The circular border is almost like a grate, and as you put this on your face, your hair is going to go in these little slots you can see all around it. The blade is actually inside, so that is the thing that will remove your hair, and the blade never comes in direct contact with your skin, so that's actually really nice. This protects your skin while removing your hair. I'm going to show you guys a quick demonstration of using this facial hair remover. And I actually tried to grow my facial hair a little bit to film this, but I'm still not sure if it's extremely visible in the video. So the two places that I remove facial hair from basically are my unibrow or monobrow area between my two brows, because I don't like them to be joined, and then I also remove upper lip hair. So when I'm removing my facial hair, and this works across all devices basically, I like to start on an absolutely clean face. So make sure you wash your face first, like nicely with a face wash and all. I like to often do this when I'm out of the bath, when I'm out of the shower, because I know my face is clean, there's no skincare or makeup residue. Then I'll also just use a toner and go over my face once, just to make sure it's definitely totally clean. Then I am going to turn on this device, and you guys can see that this has a little LED light that is supposed to help you see your really fine hair. While I'm sitting here and filming this demo, I have a lot of nice light because I have this large window in front of me. In case I was removing my facial hair in, say, the bathroom, which is much more dimly lit, then I know that this light would come much more in handy, just to be able to check and see if I've removed the hair that I want to remove. So I think it's a really nice feature that Braun has. They have this on some of their body epilators as well. Then I'm just gonna start holding this straight onto my face and gently moving it about. So again, with shavers, you usually don't want to hold it in one place for a really long time, and they say you can move it in circular or linear movements. So circular obviously just means kind of round, or linear means you can kind of go in a straight line, whatever you feel comfortable with. The actual trimming element is all around the circle, like the edge of it. So sometimes you won't get all the hair that you want to get in just one pass. You know, you can go over it again. The only thing that I felt when I put this on my face is it feels a little warm, probably from the blade that's running inside. So you can feel a little bit of that heat. And then you can feel friction, like you can feel something on your face, but there is absolutely no pain, if that is something that you guys are concerned about. Usually when I go and make like 2 passes over an area, it removes all of the hair really well. I was concerned about using this in my eyebrow region because it seems kind of big to me and it's round. So I don't want to take out too much hair in between my brows, but I actually found that it worked really very well there also, and it removed the hair that I wanted well without removing any of the hair that I didn't want to remove, because I don't want to shave, you know, my actual brows off. And now I decided to try using this device a little bit on that jawline hair. Now a little disclaimer, I've never removed the hair on that part of my face before, I believe, because it just doesn't bother me, and I guess my brow and upper lip bothers me a little bit more. But I wanted to see what this device could do, so I just removed a little bit of it, and I was skeptical that it would work well because that hair is short and small and fine, but I was really surprised how much hair it removed. So if you have peach fuzz on your face, if you have that shorter hair but say like it's dark and it stands out on your face and you want to remove it, this device is shockingly good at gently removing all of that tiny hair also. At this point I was like sufficiently impressed, you know. Now after I'm done completely removing my facial hair, I will like to take another cotton pad and I will like to take some more toner and just kind of wipe my face again. In case there are any removed hairs just lying around, it will come out, and this will also soothe my skin. The toner I'm using is actually just plain and pure rose water, so I know that it's going to be really gentle and also have a soothing effect. Now we're going to talk about how to keep the device clean. It only takes 1 or 2 minutes, and you know, then you can ensure that your device will work properly and it won't get clogged or corroded or anything like that. And after you've used it, if you'd like to clean it, then you just need to open the head like this, and you can kind of see a little bit of the hair trapped inside. So that's where you would use the brush. The brush has 2 sides. This one is a little bit firmer, this is a little softer, so you can just use this brush and remove all of the hair. This will help keep your device clean, and it will also help it last longer and you cannot wash any part of this device, so please don't do that, you guys, because it is an electric device after all. So you're not supposed to wash it. Cleaning it this way is actually more than enough. And now it's time for a final review from my end, and I'm also going to be comparing it to the Philips trimmer that I reviewed last year, because they are in a very similar price range also. The brown one is just a couple of hundred, I guess, more expensive. They cost almost the same, and I've been using the Philips trimmer since I bought it last year because I had it and I prefer trimmers nowadays. But after using this brown one, you guys, I'm not going to go back to that Philips one. I'm not going to do it. This one is so much superior. So I've always had a soft spot in my heart for brown, just because they have a really good reputation with their devices, and I feel like that reputation is very well earned. If you try one of their epilators, you'll know what I'm talking about. The experience is superior. The devices always work so well. They're very intuitive. They work exactly as they're supposed to, and they're just fantastic. I loved using this one. It's so easy to use. You really can't make a mistake with it. If you're just using it in your upper lip area or your face, you don't even really have to look in the mirror most of the time. You can just do it. The way that it's designed, it is the gentlest possible device to use on your skin, because even with the Philips facial trimmer, the blade element is just outside, so it can still be a little bit harsh. But with this, the blade never comes in direct contact with your skin, but you still get a very close facial hair removal. But there's no way you can injure yourself or hurt yourself with using this. It is, I think, the only downside of this, just the only one, is that you can't give yourself a shape with this. So if you're using this to shape your eyebrows, it's not going to be so good. I only just roughly remove the hair from inside because I want a natural look. I actually don't like the done up brow look. But if you like the look that you get when you go threading and they give you that sharper, more well-defined brows, you will not be able to achieve that kind of a result with this. This is more about removing your hair, and you won't be able to get a very specific shape. But beyond that, it is a fantastic device. I do recommend it. I was particularly impressed with how this works on the really small hair as well. So whether your hair is really fine, whether it's really thick, whether it grows a little bit longer, whether it remains really short, they should be able to get all of the hair on your face. A lot of people shave their face at home also, and I think that's fantastic. You can do that. It's affordable and it's nice. But the con with shaving your face as a woman is that our skin is just a lot more thinner and a little more delicate than a man's skin, and it is a little bit easier to injure yourself with a razor, and you cannot injure yourself with this. One more pro, I think, is that it's a really nice small size. You can have this with you in your purse, though I don't know why you would want to carry it in your purse, but I think this is very handy for traveling. It's a little bigger than a lipstick. It kind of looks like a foundation stick or a small little bullet vibrator or something like that. If you guys have tried this out, I would love if you would share your experience with me in the comments below. Do you also like this one, or do you not like it? Let's just make the comments a place where we can discuss and share our experiences with this device, or with facial hair removal in general, really. If you have any questions that I did not already cover in this video, then please feel free to leave them below and I will get back to you. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.